So David can listen to this over and over and over again when he grows up. Oh, Lisa gave you the answer. Yeah. I know. Every time I work with Judy in a private lesson, it's like a negotiation. I'm like, I surrender. I surrender. Mediator brings the mediation to everything. Oh, so funny. Good morning. Good morning. So like I was saying, yesterday took a long time for us to get there, didn't it? We were doing the practice. So what happens is I put up this big butcher paper and we sort of doodle about the chakra system and how the 8-limb path applies to it and how does chanting apply to it, meditation and asana practice, and the correlation of, how do we heal ourselves and what does that really look like? And remember that quote that we often talk about is we want to keep what we get, keep what we have, and get what we want. So what it came down to is we want to keep the part of ourselves that's the doer, but we also want to experience enlightenment. So I want to hold on to my doer, which means I don't want to change, but I still want to experience enlightenment. Hello? 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 My eyes may be closed, but mine are open. Yeah. So this is where, sorry, Jean, I just dropped you. Initially, when you look at, I want to keep what I have and get what I want, the doer will actually have us focus on the external world and maybe things. But our spiritual body will ask us to look at ourselves on an internal level. And what we started to realize is that when we're in this energy of doing, we're actually very disconnected. We're disconnected from ourselves and we're disconnected from each other. So then we started to mirror back to each other. Well, what does it feel like to be in the presence of a doer? And what were some of the responses? Do you guys remember?
Feel invisible.
You feel invisible in the presence of a doer. Mm-hmm. What else do we experience when we're in the presence of a doer? They talk at us. Does anybody ever had that experience? You're like, oh, okay, yeah. Any other experiences of being in the presence of a doer?
Sharp.
Yes, sharp and cold in their communication skills. So we all have this ability to be the doer at some point. We also all have the possibility of being the being. The train is the best teacher, isn't it? Because it forces us to stop and wait. Whether it's in here when you're taking a class or you're on the street, it's your best teacher. It says, stop what you're doing and be. So let's take its advice. We'll close our eyes, draw our attention inward. Take your energy back from the doer. Listen to how even after it's gone, it has an echo to it. Its vibration can be very soothing or irritating, depending upon our level of receptivity. And if you haven't created a brand new grounding cord in present time, go ahead and do that now. It starts at the base of the spine. You can make it into a tree trunk, but I like you to make it big enough so that it actually can fit your entire auric field as well. Lately, I've been fascinated with the lily pad. So my spiritual body, my emotional body, my physical body, my mental body, all those different kleshas have a place to sit comfortably. Our grounding cord goes all the way to the center of the planet where it has been untouched by humans. Let the energy of the doer drain down that grounding cord. The doer comes with a lot of sensations. I think some of the sensations we came up with were anxiety, worry, fear, trepidation. As we manifest our grounding cord, we become one with Mother Nature. As we become one with nature, the energy just naturally goes up the leg channels. You can experience the subtle sensations as it moves through your ankles, your feet, your calves, right into the first chakra. Let the excess energy go down your grounding cord. And then acknowledge the star out there with your name on it. We reconnect our crown chakra that is at the top of the head. Feel the sensations of that light as it stimulates and awakens the crown. Let's bring that to gold. So right there at the top of your head, it can look like a crown, a tiara, baseball cap, a sun hat, a visor. We want the crown to turn to gold. Let it be as bright as the sun. And as you bring your crown to gold, it's going to support you with drawing your energy from the doer. So notice that your energy naturally wants to draw up. It wants to draw up each of the chakras. It wants to draw back to the light. Let that expand into your auric field. Let your auric field expand beyond the size of this room. And if you're ready, allow yourself to reconnect to consciousness. And see how you are a star in a web of other stars. Notice that your energy is naturally drawn to the light. Can you breathe into your shift? Let go of the tension that the doer takes up. Notice that the doer only has so much energy. And your spirit is abundant. Let that abundance run down your back channels through the Shishimna. Let it take up the space where the doer used to reside. Feel it as it moves into your arm channels and your leg channels. The doer would have you believe that nothing will get done without it. Spirit says this is not true. When we operate from the path of service, everything gets done. Allow the energy of service to flow through. Acknowledge its lightness of being. Acknowledge that the things that require my attention can still get done through service. Feel the joy that comes with the energy of service. Setting our intention to embrace the path of service. Stretch it towards the sky and come out of trance.